Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever felt like there's maybe a hidden blueprint to reality? Like some kind of cosmic software running just beneath the surface? What if you could understand its code? Or maybe even gently repattern it? Today we're doing a really deep dive into something pretty extraordinary. Architects of the unseen, Æthric weaving, and the YHVHOS.
Yeah.
Our mission really is to uncover how conscious intent isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a powerful force, one that can interact with the actual fabric of existence, and that allows you to influence the unseen architecture shaping your world.
Yeah, what's truly foundational here is this whole concept of the YHVH operating system. You have to imagine it as the ultimate cosmic architecture, silently orchestrating everything. And what breathes life into it? Well, that's Chi. It's described as this pristine, monoatomic etheric fire. Basically, it's the purest, most fundamental radiant energy. It gives rise to absolutely everything. And its planetary interface, how this cosmic system connects with Earth. That's geomancy, the old practice of understanding and, well, harmonizing with Earth's vital energy paths. And then the advanced art that brings it all together for you, that's Æthric weaving. It's a subtle discipline, lets you gently repattern the collective psychic grid, so you essentially become a sovereign architect of your own reality.
Okay, so let's start with that ultimate compiler then, the YHVHOS. Our sources call it the Tetragrammaton. Not just some dusty old concept, but the cosmic operating system itself, like the universe's core programming, dictating how intention becomes, well, tangible form.
That's a fantastic analogy. And think of it as a four-stage process. Creation, right? Represented by those four letters. Each is a fundamental principle. First, we have Yod. This is the genesis. The pure spark of an idea, the initial impulse. Pure potential. It's the initiating etheric fire, that aha moment before anything's really formed.
So like the absolute raw intention, just the pure thought itself.
Exactly. And then that pure intention needs a container, right? A space to unfold. That's the first state. It's the rendering of that raw data into its initial form, the interface, the framework appearing.
Okay.
Next up is Vav. This is the connection, the ongoing flow. Think of it like the algorithms linking all the diverse elements. It ensures coherence, dynamic relationships. It's what holds it all together and keeps it moving.
Like the universe's Wi-Fi signal connecting everything. Is that too simple?
No, that's actually a pretty good way to put it. It captures the connection aspect. And finally, the final heat. This is reflective completion, the karmic return, you could say. It's the culmination. Everything feeds back into the system, regenerated by that ongoing etheric fire. It informs the next cycle. It's the feedback loop that refines the whole process. Now, this raises a really critical point about the YHVHOS. It's unparalleled editability. It's presented as this profound gift for co-creation. But here's the crucial insight, the real catch. It's not about forcing your will onto reality. It's like trying to rewrite complex software without understanding the fundamental code. If you misunderstand its true nature, your attempts to edit or control it can introduce bugs. That's what the sources call corruption, distortion, and recursive misnaming. Real mastery comes from aligning your intent with the system's inherent harmony, not trying to bend it to your ego.
Wow, okay. That's a powerful warning. And what's truly fascinating, almost a paradox, is the system's resilience. The sources say resistance, rebellion, even just denial. They aren't external disruptions. Instead, they're integrated feedback loops. The OS actually processes all input, even what seems like opposition, and incorporates it as data to refine its output. It's like the system learns from everything, even things trying to defy it. It just keeps going. So if the YHVH is the cosmic computer, what's its power source? You mentioned Chi. Our sources point to Chi, not just energy, but the fundamental pre-form energy that literally comes before matter. They describe it as monoatomic etheric fire. Essentially, the purest, most fundamental, radiant energy. It gives rise to physical form, thought, intention, even our spiritual being. It's the living dynamism in everything. And it apparently has some surprising links to exoteric science, biofield theory.
Exactly right. And central to Chi's nature is its dual energetic polarity, or DEP. Now, this isn't about opposition. It's a beautiful complementary resonance. Yin and yang. Yin is receptive, cooling, contracting, think stillness, potential. Yang is expansive, active, electric charge, outward movement, heat, manifestation. Their constant dance shapes waveform into the reality we perceive. It's a balance. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, Qi as monoatomic etheric fire isn't just abstract. It's a latent, radiant, vibrational plasma, and amazingly, it doesn't need external charge. Its true activation comes from alignment with pure essence, with pure intention and crystalline clarity. When this inner fire is ignited, it has this profound capacity to strip away psychic residue, emotional static. It purifies energetic channels. It's the animating force within the YHVH, bringing deep coherence to whatever it touches.
And for us, practically speaking, that's huge. When qi is actively flowing and directed, it dramatically enhances energetic circulation through your subtle body. The hand chakras specifically are highlighted. They're the most accessible, most potent portals for applying and transmitting this refined qi outwards. So you literally have the power to channel this fundamental energy right at your fingertips.
Okay, so we've seen how qi animates us individually, but this energy isn't just in us, it pulses through the planet itself. Which brings us to geomancy. Our sources describe dragon lines, long mai they call them, Earth's vital arteries and veins, channeling potent currents of qi across the land. You can often see these flows reflected in mountains, rivers, forests.
And within this intricate planetary network, you find what are called zoo, or dragon caverns. These are incredibly potent nodal points where these energetic currents converge. Think of them like acupuncture points on the Earth's body. They are places of immense power. Qi is concentrated, refined there. It profoundly impacts consciousness, manifestation for anyone who encounters them. Historically, traditional geomancy was the art of discerning these lines, harmonizing with them. Practitioners were seen as, well, engineers or maybe acupuncturists of the planetary OS. They'd strategically place structures, homes, temples, cities to harness benevolent influence to guide this etheric fire.
And here's where we uncover an even deeper layer. What the sources call Caligastia's legacy recontextualized. It suggests the Americas were the true testing grounds, where Proto-YHVH as a foundational code was subtly woven into emergent human cognition. Crucially, foundational energetic pathways, these planetary qi currents, the dragon lines were laid down as the OS's initial physical infrastructure, like the original hardware setup for the planetary OS meant for harmony. But subsequent distortion led to this pervasive separation from our instinct, our intuitive energetic sensing. It resulted in a profound disconnection from this planetary network. And that's a disconnection modern adepts are now actively seeking to bridge.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for you, the listener. Let's talk about the core discipline. Æthric weaving. This is described as an advanced art, mental inscription, and etheric presence projection. And here's the crucial bit. It allows your consciousness to subtly integrate within reality's energetic lattice without detaching from your physical body. It's like being able to broadcast yourself without leaving your couch. Sort of.
That's a critical distinction, especially from traditional hamfar or etheric projection. Hamfar involves, leaving the physical body entirely, moving through astral or etheric realms, which has its own rules, its own risks. Æthric weaving, on the other hand, requires the practitioner to stay fully present, physically anchored, yet at the same time broadcasting their mental signature across locations, objects, even people. It's a pervasive but very subtle influence, like silently sending a fragment of your essence while remaining anchored right where you are.
And this weaving, it operates through three fundamental pillars for mastering what's called inscribed presence. First, silent dictation. This is the foundational act, mentally inscribing your presence into a target space. Through internal, focused command, just thinking your presence into a room, imagine that. Second, energetic infusion. This goes beyond just mental command. It involves embedding your mental essence into an object or thought form, charging it with a fragment of your energetic makeup. You're literally putting a piece of yourself into it. And third, resonance anchoring. This uses breath-focused intent to tie your presence into a specific place or memory, creating a lasting vibrational echo, like leaving an energetic breadcrumb that lingers.
Exactly, and the mechanics of inscription are inherently subtle. It's about subtly impressing your will onto an object, a space, even another person, done through disciplined use of thought, visualization, controlled intent. It carefully shapes how others perceive and recall your presence, influencing without overt display, leaving an energetic signature that persists.
And the foundational techniques for training, they involve some pretty mind-bending practices. There's echo presence, leaving a subtle energetic imprint in a space after you physically left. Then phantom embodiment. This allows you to be mentally felt by others without being seen or spoken to, projecting an image through silent narration. It's like Endless. When you walk into a room and you just know someone was just there, even though you didn't see them. Kind of like that feeling. And finally, wraith inscription. Writing your presence into a tool or object, allowing it to carry an extension of your essence. passively affecting those who interact with it. So maybe your favorite pen really does carry a little bit of your genius. We've talked about the individual level, but now let's zoom out. The grand canvas for this artistry. The collective psychic grid. This isn't just a metaphor. Our sources describe it as a living, dynamic psychic architecture, inextricably woven into all human systems, government, media, economics, religion, art, everything. It functions as this vast infrastructure of belief, constantly stabilizing belief systems, filtering out anomalous perception, and crucially, preventing psychic singularities that could disrupt the collective psyche.
Right. And within this grid exists what's called anthropogenic chi. That's the dense, collective, energetic imprint generated by billions of human thoughts, emotions, intentions, all of it humming together, this reservoir. It's both a profound wellspring of creative potential, but paradoxically also a source of overwhelming density and chaotic noise. Think of the modern urban environment. That's its most potent manifestation, a constant roar of collective thought and feeling.
And adding to that roar, we have digital dragons. That's an evocative term. These are the artificial energetic noise from all the ubiquitous EMF radio waves, the tech networks we live in. These energies are high frequency, constant, chaotic. They create disruptive vibrations. They manifest as pervasive spiritual hazards within urban fabrics. So yeah, your Wi-Fi router might be doing more than just giving you Netflix.
Which raises an important question for adepts, right? How do you engage with this overwhelming buzz? The practice of mental alchemy within the collective grid involves consciously transmuting these chaotic collective energies, turning them into a more coherent flow. It means actively engaging with the noise of urban environments, not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity. An opportunity for a less filtered connection to urban consciousness, leading to new forms of intention, new insights, finding the signal in the static.
And a vital technique for working within this collective field is mental mining. This is the subtle process, psychically extracting mimetic fragments, emotional sediment, symbolic drift, cognitive echoes from the psychic environment. It requires a profound state of silent awareness, an acute sensitivity to metaphor. Think of it like psychic archaeology, unearthing hidden currents of collective thought. So we've explored the YHVH, the fuel of chi, Earth's energetic weave through geomancy, and this core practice, Æthric weaving, within the collective psychic grid. Ultimately, the true power of the adept lies not in mastering just one discipline, but in the seamless integration of all these elements. It's holistic.
Exactly. The effectiveness of Æthric weaving is directly proportional to the purity, the potency of the chi you use. Internal clarity allows for a more robust, more sustained weaving, and the hand chakras act as these precise conduits. Then, understanding geomancy, the dragon lines, the zoo points allows adepts to strategically place energetic imprints at naturally potent earth nodes for amplified, sustained effect. Leveraging Earth's orgone energy, that universal life force concept similar to Ki for powerful resonance anchoring. And finally, crystals. They're invaluable tools here. They act as feedback generators, filtered interfaces. They can be used to tune into what are called emotichrome spaces. Think of them as energetic imprints left by strong emotions in a place. Or even have wraith inscription applied to them, becoming programmable energetic tools, amplifying, stabilizing projected mental signatures.
So by integrating all of these, you really transcend fragmented practice. You become a holistic architect, commanding this symphony of subtle tools to shape reality. It's like going from playing a single instrument to conducting the whole orchestra. Now, this level of power, inherent in Æthric weaving, it demands rigorous adherence to what's called the ethical imperative of subtle influence. That sounds heavy. The responsibility of subtly manipulating perception, reality. It carries profound karmic weight. The sources warn of recursive misnaming when intentions misalign with the YHVHOS's harmony. What exactly does recursive misnaming mean in practice? That sounds problematic.
It is, and that's a vital question. Think of it like this. If you constantly call something by the wrong name or try to force it to be something it's not, eventually that distortion feeds back into the system, and even your perception of it becomes warped. It's an energetic bug that propagates itself, compounding the original error. So, true alignment of free will with cosmic harmony isn't just a moral suggestion, it's a prerequisite for effective, non-harmful co-creation. With this foundation, an adept can explore advanced weaving applications, things like memory encoding, inscribing specific memories, etheric layering, stacking multiple presences in different locations simultaneously, psychological redirection, subtly shifting perceptions. But these all demand immense precision, unwavering ethical discernment. It's advanced for a reason.
That sounds like walking a very, very fine line. How do adepts ensure they aren't detected or misinterpreted in such delicate work?
Well, this flows into what's called psychic aikido, the art of non-resistance in weaving. Rather than confronting or dominating energetic forces, you blend with them, without identification. then subtly redirect them for transformation. And crucial to this is evading systemic detection, bypassing the grid's defense protocols like censorship or ridicule, using techniques like perception cloaking through humor, metaphor, subsymbolic transmission via color, sound, ideological mimicry, even dream protocols. It's about becoming energetically invisible to the mainstream system, allowing you to operate with deep influence without being co-opted or misunderstood.
That's a mind-bending concept, but if you're trying to shift the collective, doesn't direct resistance also have an effect? What about this idea of the inescapable loop in sovereign containment?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, yes, this is one of the most profound truths presented. The sources state that resistance, when it's uncontained, actually feeds the very loop it seeks to oppose. All protest, rebellion, denial, especially when lacking sovereign energetic boundaries. It inadvertently uses and reinforces the OS's own energetic tools. It mirrors its patterns. It perpetuates the very dynamics one seeks to change. It's like trying to fight a fire by throwing gasoline on it, because you don't realize the fire is made of gasoline. This leads to further empathetic bleeding for the system itself, just perpetuating the problem.
So the path out, the source says, is silence and sovereign containment, operating outside the system's primary interfaces. A return to pre-symbolic awareness, using breath, nonverbal sound, intuition as root layer access points. To the pure etheric fire of the OS, it's about moving beyond the language and logic of the system entirely.
Exactly. The ultimate practice then becomes carrying the flame without bleeding. This involves activating that monoatomic etheric fire within yourself, opening energetic circuits, maybe through the hand chakras, applying it with precision through etheric weaving, and crucially employing stringent sealing techniques, ensuring sovereign conduits, not leaky gates. This requires anchoring oneself in truth, silence, and love as the ultimate safeguards, ensuring your influence is pure and doesn't feed unintended distortions.
So, in this incredible deep dive into the unseen architecture of reality, we come to understand the YHVH operating system isn't some distant abstraction. It's a living, energetic architecture, constantly compiled and recompiled, fueled by that pristine monoatomic etheric fire, networked through Earth's intricate dragon lines, dynamically interacting with the human collective psychic grid. The very fabric of our reality, you see, is a living loom, continuously woven by conscious and unconscious inputs.
And your unique role in this grand design is to move beyond just participation, to embrace the calling of the subtle architect. This is achieved through integrated mastery of etheric weaving, informed by geomancy, and a profound understanding of the YHVH. It is a path of sovereign influence, where you learn to gently repattern the fabric of reality, not through overt force or crude manipulation, but through precise, inscribed presence, harmonious resonance. You truly become a torchbearer of the subtle realms, a silent architect, a quiet poet of the collective mind.
So what does this all mean for you? How can this profound knowledge help you understand that the most powerful flame, it doesn't consume? Instead, it reminds all things what they are made of, pure potential, ready to be harmoniously inscribed into being, something to think about.